Boom! Boom! Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Guts. I'm asking for realistic predictions, not some fake stuff like the Switch 2 coming out in June. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculoso. Hi, Gatsu-san. Hi, Gatsu. Anyway, Gatsu, we do have a couple things to check out. One second. We have a couple mod requests that we haven't checked out just yet, so we are gonna look through them. Okay, Gatsu-san? Say my name right. Gatsu-san! I'm saying it right, Gatsu-san! Oh well, we have quite a few. Oh shit. But yeah, let's check these out. I can unfollow, I just want, you will never do that. Do not do that to me. Please. Oh my god, man, it's so hot. Oh, fuck. Anyway. Let's check out some of the mod requests, and then we're going to be talking just a little bit today about some of the games that we're hoping to see in Summer Games Fest, as well as just in general for this year. 1 second. That's weird. Boom. Sorry, 1 second. Hi, Guts. How you doing, man? A little scared, I'm not gonna lie. I did see your message. Yeah. Oh. Can you send it like 3 more times just to be sure? Oh. Yep. Now I'm getting it. Oh my god. Fucking freak. You fuck. Alright. Let's check out some of the link requests. Estúpido. Me llamo Cecilio. Also, Mateo, okay, first up, Mateo sent this, which is interesting. Oh my god, thank god. Oh,
a month.
Mateo! No hables! Hey Mateo, how you doing, man? But also, I need to play the funniest fucking clip in the world. What's up? I cannot believe you made this. It's so fucking funny. No, bless.
Huh?
Get away from her.
No. What did you say?
No, bless. Me llamo Cecilio.
It's so fucking good. It's so good, bro. Oh, you fucking idiot. Oh, you moron, bro. It's so funny. I am not a myth. It's accurate. It's accurate. You're just a hater. But yeah, Mateo, I just saw this. Level pool cinematics can now be skipped is a W. Thank fuck. Oh my god, that was so annoying. The experiment gain 1 key has been changed to gain 1 key, 1 gem, or 1 die. Oh, that's much more worth it. Yeah, 1 gold is terrible. There's no point of that. Unified all instances of Christoph to... Oh, okay. Typo fixed in glossary entry for directory. Okay. Late game spoiler for changelog below. The 7-letter tile in the gallery now accepts an overlooked regional spelling as a Z and S. Realize. Yeah. That's cool. Can you put in League of Legends terms? So essentially... Essentially, the tower is doing less damage to the enemy, to the player when it is in the vicinity. They also changed the name of Jinx to be spelt with an I instead of a Y. Boudoir Safe now accepts 1 alternate regional solution. Okay. Safes now remain open on Oh, this is probably... Okay. Safes now remain open on subsequent days. It's like doing 3 360 no scopes in a row. That's what it's like. This is very cool though. Next thing is FromSoft. We're thrilled to announce that Bandai Namco Entertainment and A24 are teaming up with the writer and director of Alex Garland. Oh, cool. Yeah. A live action film is strange. We'll see what that's gonna be like. Hopefully it's good. Alex Garland, I don't know what you... Oh wow, I didn't know he made 28 years later. That's cool. Wait, did he make it? Yeah, he made Annihilation. That's what I'm aware of. Oh wow, he made Ex Machina? Oh fuck. That's really good. Yes, and he's the director of Dread. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good. We'll see. I trust. Skong, trust. One sec. My lighting's very inconsistent today. Sorry about that, folks. Like your stream's sharp. Oh man, I'm so tired. Alright. But yeah, as for this could actually be really cool. I'm actually, I was like, whatever, but hearing the director, a lot more excited for that. Marvel Rivals is getting an auto battler? Wait, what? What do you mean? Like TFT? What? Introducing Ultron's Battle Matrix Protocol, a brand new temporary for now. Game mode where strategy reigns supreme. Your draft... It is TFT, okay. Craft custom builds to enhance their powers, position your squad for maximum impact, then sit back and watch chaos unfold as they unleash devastating abilities never before seen in Rivals. This is really cool. It's actually a really fun idea. I do like that. That's actually pretty cool. It's nice to see games with different game modes again. Hey, Media, how do you do, man? How's it going? As for a Pong reference, it's like if the Pongs were just like, if the ball was just parallel at all times, perfectly still, just so that I can answer your question, Guts. Then there's this, which is a horror game, I think, in which case we say, no, no thank you. No thank you for that. Okay, King? Alright, let's check this fucking monstrosity out. You know, Mateo's was fucking saliva-ridden when he saw this. Also, why is my lighting so fucking inconsistent? Fuck you, prick. Hi, Snooze. I'm doing fine. Tired after a whole day of work in my backyard. What were you doing in your backyard? Let's check this out. No. No. Oh, damn.
What was the price you paid?
What's her name?
What was...
Aki, yeah. Wait, that is her name. Trash taste and stuff like that. The hell? That's cool.
The price you paid to be perfect.
No. What?
Humans are scared, and they call this fear evolution.
That's pretty cool. Okay, that is terrifying. Lawn mowing, hedge cutting, removing moss around stone plates. Bro, I do not have the patience for that. I imagine lawn mowing, that could be satisfying, but no, I do not have the patience for like hedge cutting or whatever the fuck. That sounds miserable. But good on you. If I had to do that, I'd lose my mind. Oh, Tainted Grail. This is basically like a Skyrim clone, isn't it? Yeah. Well, not a Skyrim clone. I've heard that. That's a bit. Does look cool though. Very pretty. Oh, I do like the armor sets.
The truth about all this would have broken my people.
Midnight Walk was so much fun. It's a great time. I don't... Oh, that... Sorry, this game looks really good. What the hell? Just so you know, in terms of Midnight Walk, I've only played it in VR, so I don't know how it would be if you don't want to play in VR. But I really enjoyed it in VR. I thought it was great. Like a great world, great story. Looked beautiful. My only complaint was that it was probably a bit too short. Music is so good. That's sick. That design is so cool.
He was the fire that forged order from chaos. The will that carved a path through darkness.
I don't know what combat's like, but it does look good.
I am Arthur Pendragon. I led humans to Avalon shores. I built the great halls of Camelot.
He was the man beneath the crown.
Combat actually looks pretty damn good. I'm actually surprised.
Doubted. The heart
I haven't played this. I don't know if it actually feels nice. The music is so good.
I need to save this realm. This is my vow.
Oh, that's actually addicting. What the fuck? That is so cool. There's a demo out. Wow, okay. This looks really good. I'm actually surprised. So Oblivion plus Lords of the Fallen. I'm not gonna lie, not to be rude to the Oblivion people. Not Oblivion, the Lords of the Fallen people. That game looks like the most generic fantasy I've ever seen. Everything about that game, I'm like, bro, it just screams of like, we really want to be Lord of the Rings, like so badly. And it's like, I get it, everyone wants to be Lord of the Rings, but like, just something different, please. I've always found that I felt that way ever since like that first trailer. I was like, this game is so weird to me. But yeah, no, the cover art for this game is beautiful though. This looks really good. I mean, there's a demo. No, there's a demo out, so I mean, there's no downside to checking it out if anyone's interested. Yeah, the trailer is amazing. The music is so good. What else have these people made? Have they made anything else? A game called Dragon Eclipse. Oh, it's basically like a Slay the Spire. Is it the same? No. Okay, same publisher, different. Okay. Okay, cool. But yeah, that does look really nice. And then we have one final... Oh, sorry. Oh, shit. Okay, we have 3. Damn. Lords of the Fallen was okay, but I hate every time a patch appeared, I'd start... Nah, that sucks. Why do you have to start all the way from scratch? That's shitty. I don't know anything about the actual gameplay. Like, I'm sure it's fun. You know, it's just that I do get a little frustrated at the amount of games that are trying to just be Souls-likes. Like, I don't mind taking inspiration. Like, I think some games have done a great job with it. I haven't played it, but, you know, Wukong, Tales of Berserker, and probably the best Souls-like we've ever gotten is Lies of P. At least I would say. I think Lies of P is genuinely a very good game. But in general, I just get, like, for example, in Wukong's case, I'm like, man, I wish it was more akin to, like, a character action game than a Souls type. Save file don't work each time is, like, that is baffling. I'm actually shocked that they allowed that to go through. That is genuinely terrible. No. I'd be so pissed. Fuck that. What the fuck? How broken is that game? Oh, I actually haven't seen this trailer. I'm not that, like, hyped for it, but we'll see. It looks cool. Oh, that's a cool shot. Apparently only broken on console.
The Night Farers.
Baffling. I'm so interested in how that happened. I have no fucking clue, but that is baffling.
The will to cross the endless night and fight on. Till every shred of their being is ground away.
This looks really cool. Okay. Wow. Oh, damn. That is so cool. Fuck. Wait, can he just be that? What? Okay. That is pretty sick. That's a cool poster. Holy. Yeah, no, I'm sure the game is fun. The thing that I heard a lot of people say, yes, the way he uses the kind of really does remind me of Guts. I mean, the thing I was also gonna say is that the way everything is like, the thing that I've heard is that the game is like not friendly for solo play. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard. So, who knows? But yeah, I am interested in this. It's just that we've got so many games already coming out so soon that I'm not sure if I'm gonna commit to it. At least not straight away. But we'll see. You sent a... Okay, you sent a performance review. We could try and check some of that out at the end. Pusha T's did Drake diss. The story of Adidon dropped 7 years ago today. That is crazy. That's one of the best. That is one of the best like diss tracks I ever made. It's insane. I want to play Elden Ring Night Rain, but dislike so much playing it as a fixed character. Sure, face customization, but nah. What about did you have a problem with like Sekiro, or was that like because it's a different type of thing? I'm fine with the fixed character thing for like the type of game that they're trying to make. I'm not like too bothered by that. At the end, we'll check out some of it. We'll check out some of it at the beginning, Guts. If we're interested in like watching it straight away, then we'll just watch it. If not, we'll move on, and then check it out at the end. But yeah, also I did hear about this. This is very cool. Cyberpunk 2 has entered pre-production phase according to CD Projekt Red. Assuming pre-production is about like 2 to 3 years, which I believe is on average, we can maybe expect this game in about like 5 years if we're lucky. I could see it coming out in 5 years. I think 5 years is more than reasonable. However, I do expect it to also come out a little bit later. The reason why I say 5 years, because they've split their teams up. So you have the Witcher team and the Cyberpunk team, and then there's a team working on another project. I believe it's a new IP. I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy to me, media. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the type to platinum. To me, Sekiro is by far and away the best FromSoft game. I don't even think they're even in the same ballpark, in my honest opinion. Like, after playing Sekiro, I think Sekiro is so much better than every FromSoft game that I've played. I haven't played Bloodborne, and I haven't really played Dark Souls 2 or Demon Souls. I forget about Demon Souls. They're waiting for the RTX 90. So around 25 FPS. What do you mean? It's going to be on Unreal Engine. That means it's going to run well, right? I mean, there's no examples of games on Unreal Engine notoriously running poorly. But yeah. In general, are you media? I am curious. In general, are you more of a person who enjoys like, as in, I'm trying to think. If you were to play like Red Dead Redemption, you can customize Arthur Morgan, but you are only playing as Arthur Morgan. Or what about cases like Geralt in Witcher? You know, like you can alter them, but they are still the character that they are. Hey, well done, Sean. You finished school for summer today. Good on you, man. Good shit. Also, for some reason, chat on screen is delayed. Like, it's very weird. I'm seeing it appear super weird. You never played Witcher? That's fine. I'm asking, like, games like it. Like, the idea of, like, having a fixed character type and whatnot. Or is it more specifically you just don't like that in your souls to like games? You know what I mean? For example, another case is like Liza P. You only play as Pinocchio, Well, no, you play as, you know, the main character, Carlos. No one else. You dislike fixed characters in Souls games. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think that's fair. I was just curious because I was gonna say, like, what about, you know, Red Dead or God of War or whatever else? This is very concerning, Sean. School is cool, okay? School is sick as fuck. And I don't appreciate you making light of it, okay? Nah, fuck school. Ban! Changing Kratos' look. No, that, honestly, that would be so funny. I'm just... Give him hair. Let us do it. I think they do. I think, like, the recent God of Wars, I need to play Ragnarok. I think they've done a good job with, like, you can customize the armor, but, like, the character is the character. You don't get to change, you know, his facial features. I do think, like, in Witcher, they do a good job of that, where, like, Geralt's look can be a little more customizable. You know, as long as he's got white hair and the yellow eyes, you can tie it up. You can make it a little shorter and stuff like that, which I think is a cool feature. I honestly really like... I wish more games, in spite of, like, fixed characters, allowed for even slight character, like, customization. Putting on, like, an outfit or you know, a different type of hairstyle, but even if it's just very minor. I just really like those sort of features. Ban Sean for not thinking school is cool. Guys, I love school. What was your favorite classes in school? Enjoy school while you can. Hell begins the moment you... Fucking facts. Fucking facts. This is the truth, Sean. Okay? Life outside of school is not better. Okay? It's a sad life out there. Okay. Pardon me. Sorry about that, guys. Just so you know, I am having, like, there are some errors going on. We might even be having some internet issues today, so I don't know, but I'm just letting you know. If I randomly disappear, don't blame me, alright, kings? How do you break everything? With the willpower of a god. That's how. And then we've got Crimson Desert. Has anyone here seen Crimson Desert stuff? Well, we're not going to check this all out. We'll probably skip through. But has anyone here seen Crimson Desert? I hope you put all your XP points in Charm, Sean, when you leave. Fuck, man. Yeah, don't do what I did. Okay? I put it all into luck. You, like, the incremental increase is not worth it. I put, like, 80 points into luck. There's a hard cap at, like, 20. No point in doing that.
He's here to take the spirit's children!
Where are the kids?
I have looked sick. It does look really cool.
He's here to take the spirit's children!
Korean developer Pearl Abyss are swinging for the fences with their open-world action-adventure Crimson Desert, a spin-off single-player game standing on the shoulders of their MMO...
Have they confirmed if this game is character creator? Like, I don't know. I'm expecting it to be a character creator because Black Desert was, but it could also just be its own set character.
RPG Black Desert. I got to go hands-on with the game on PC, and I came away with more details about the technology that powers it and why this could be one of the biggest games of 2025. Now,
My favorite thing about this game is the wrestling moves. I think they're hilarious, especially in a fantasy setting. It's very cool.
Uses
I think he's the default, like as in he's the default in a character creator, or he's the default as in you have to play him. I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't really mind, you know, whatever. But I'm just curious. Which one? One or two?
Abyss's own in-house new proprietary black space engine. This new engine is very impressive in the modern world of commercialized and commoditized engines, offering all the modern features and functions.
Yeah, I've seen this. Wait, have I seen this video? No, okay, this
is support for multi-platform development, aided by dual API support in DirectX 12 and Vulkan.
God, that looks really nice. That looks really nice. The animations are genuinely super impressive. The ragdoll effects as well. Like, oh, that's crazy good.
Making it efficient and within the team's full control to harness its benefits across each platform. And
full time a day, atmospheric, scarring, open world, NPC. Yeah, this game honestly seems like it's trying to be Dragon's Dogma, but maybe better. Honestly, everything I've seen does make it look better, but we'll see.
The key temporal upscaling ingredient required from multiple vendors. The demo I played fully supports AMD's FSR3 and the team
Dragon's Dogma 2,
FSR4 from launch, as the API front end is compatible. In addition,
from what you've searched as a fixed character, that's fine. I really don't care. I was just interested because they've made Black Desert.
Team confirmed DLSS will also be included.
Please don't remember. Listen, we mourn together, okay? I genuinely am really sad about that. That was a game that should have been so much more than what it was. I don't know what happened with it. The director of that game, he's left. He's now working at somewhere else. We don't know where. I'm very excited for whatever he makes. It seems to me like Dragon's Dogma was like rushed out to make room for, you know, Monster Hunter in the following year.
Included, but for others such as PSSR for the PS5 Pro or Intel's XESS, this was not confirmed. Now the team may include other options when it lands on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series consoles and even Apple Mac, but we'll have to wait till launch. The demo was a few months old. I confirmed with the team that it was the same build from GDC
really
in
nice.
March and running on an AMD Radeon 7800 XT GPU and a Ryzen 7800X 3D CPU. The hands-on demo and the release footage from the team was capped at 4K 60 FPS for our session, and this direct capture UC from the team was capped at 4K 60 FPS for our session, and this direct capture UC, but I was allowed to push this higher without capture. The RX 7000.
That looks really cool. That is really, really cool. You could have played Dragon's Dogma 1 and got more out of it. I agree. Dragon's Dogma 2 does have improvements over 1, but in general, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a much worse game. It is so much worse. Me against my internal thoughts. Just watching you Guts as the gorilla in the 100-man versus gorilla fight.
Series GPUs are good, but even within AMD's GPU range, it can scale up from here, and in reality, the final game will be significantly more polished and more performant come launch. The visual quality is great, but the image presented upscaler artifacts, and it has a lot to handle here, with heavy use of motion blur per object and per pixel, particles, alpha transparencies, foliage, fur, hair, and more.
I think the best way I can describe what I think this combat is going to be is as if it's going to be a better version of modern day Assassin's Creed gameplay. You know, like Assassin's Creed gameplay wants to be kind of Witcher, kind of Souls-like in that way. And to me, it looks like this game is doing that, but better. You know what I mean? Like, it looks more refined. It looks crunchier. Who knows what the actual gameplay will be like? But I feel like in a lot of ways you see a lot of the gameplay mechanics here, and it just looks a lot like the Assassin's Creed formula, but done in a more, you know, satisfying way. I think a game like this, it'll probably be best to get it on PC. Granted, though, we'll see what performance is actually going to be like. By all records, it does seem like it's good.
It would be a very hard task for any upscaler.
I do think that the one problem... Sorry for pausing it so much. I do think that the one problem that this game will have, just in terms of showcases on like YouTube and stuff like that, the more particles that you have, the worse like bitrate often is. So you guys are watching this through my video, and on my stream it's capped at a 6K. So just be aware that like if it ever does look rough, that does hurt.
Quality is good, but
it is a performance preview, but that doesn't mean that it's, you know, the full. I am curious if this will run well. I am curious.
The telltale signs of ghosting, dithered artifacts, foliage flicker, and such do show up from time to time, leaving little doubts of FSR 3's fingerprints here. FSR 4, PSSR, and DLSS will certainly fare better if included in the final release
That is
build,
very pretty.
but I'm sure we will see big strides in this already solid base, and it certainly was a looker.
This is a gorgeous game. I also really like these like mannequin
Now,
pop
where would
enemies.
a new game engine be without ray tracing, which is included in the toolkit with real-time global illumination, shadows, and looks to include reflections. But it is not alone in the feature-rich technical options the team can pick from.
It's got ray
For
tracing?
example, even without ray tracing enabled, the game still supports real-time lighting and global illumination, and it falls back to signed distant fields, ray marching, or SDF light calculations. Now, this is similar to ray tracing, but it's less precise and thus less expensive to run, which
Sorry, let me check that again.
but it's less precise and thus less expensive to run.
Honestly, though, that's pretty good. Like, that looks very nice. I would not say, like, if
It's
you just
similar
showed me
to ray
this,
tracing, but it's
this is a very nice looking image. I'm more than happy with this sort of level of fidelity. I really could not care less about, like, the ray tracing lightings. However, this does look, you know, obviously the ray tracing does look nice, but I think this looks really good regardless.
less precise and thus less expensive to run, which helps it scale down to a wider user hardware base. Real-time physics and fluid simulation are also supported, in addition to GPU-accelerated particles, offering vast rendering scale, complete with fluid-based fog volumes.
Yeah, they've done a great job.
Cloud,
Oh, the fog moving looks really nice.
Tessellated geometry and landscapes, physics-based water simulation that collides with rocks and itself.
Yeah, I've seen
creating
this.
Some
This
of the
looks
very best
cool.
water in games I've seen for years, and up there with.
The devs do a great job getting us close to ray tracing. Ray tracing ruins so many experience on consoles. I agree. I'm not literally every single time I see ray tracing forced on a game that is like ray traced with 30 FPS, every single time I see the game without the ray tracing, I go, the ray tracing honestly like ruins the game. 30 FPS is like, it's so distracting, especially in like an action game, you know. With a turn-based game, you can kind of get away with it. You know, for example, I've been playing Fire Emblem on my Switch recently, and it's like I really cannot wait for the Switch 2 to have 60 because it will play so much better. But it's not as bothersome. But just in general, I really don't want like 30 FPS caps. I want FPS every time.
Rock
Don't kill me.
like quality, foliage, hair, cloth physics, along with precision.
Yeah, this looks all
construction
really
and
good.
weighted.
Like, obviously, this looks amazing. Like, that does look gorgeous. But if it means that I get smooth 60 with the one on the left also looks good. Like, it's just that, like, oh, wow, this looks incredible. But if I didn't see this, I would have said, oh, wow, this looks incredible on the left. You cannot load mods on Elden Ring due to ray tracing. That's shit. That sucks.
Combat
Fuck that.
and complex AI state models and procedural generation all offer up a
Fire Emblem
full
is a
suite
great
of options
franchise.
for the team to
Shut
tailor
up.
the engine to each game and platform. All modern rendering techniques such as screen space effects, ray tracing, parallax occlusion maps.
I don't know how like maxed out the LOD filter is, That looks like the vistas look beautiful.
Physically based rendering,
They've done a
procedural
great job.
generation, destruction, and much, much more ensure it can keep up with its peers and its competitors.
Well, I'll be damned. A grey mate. Here of all places.
Yeah. Definitely remind me of
Now,
RDR2.
technical bullet points do not a game make, and the team knows this. Like the hallowed days of the C64 Amiga through Sega Saturn to PS2, engines were often made around.
It's got a level of crunchiness I'm really enjoying. Like, this is without sound effects, and it still looks so crunchy. It's very impressive.
Or for the game itself. Here, the team have done the same, creating the technology focus of the engine to drive their creative aims.
That was actually
also
really
building
cool. What?
Creating the technology focus of the engine to drive their creative aims, but also building an entire pipeline within their technology stack, starting with their own motion capture and art studio to create smooth motion, cinematics, and excellent visuals on display. The real-time cinematics use the motion capture well to aid nuance, charm, and flair throughout, but it's also to capture the action performance that translates into the strikes, flips, kicks, and combat from those core combat sections. Now, this level of quality and investment in the game's development combat sections. Now, this level of quality and investment in the game's development.
Okay, for a moment I thought that was a character created thing because it
core combat sections. Now this level of quality and investment in the game's development.
Also, he said, "Come at me, cockswagglers." That's crazy.
Those core combat sections. Now this level of quality and investment in the game's development stack shows that Pearl Abyss are ramping up to deliver high quality AAA games with the full suite of engine technology.
This monster, basically a Yeti, looks really cool.
Studios, in-house art, design, and sound teams. And the results here are very, very impressive. From the first title to use these tools, but Crimson Desert will be followed up by the equally but vastly different looking Dotad, which shares the engine and development pipeline, but it creates its own style.
I remember this game.
And those very same tools. Now this reflects well on the team's potential.
Who knows what this game is going to be?
Range of games and styles for all audiences.
That game I always assumed was fake. I don't know if it's fake, but I hope it's real because it looks hilarious. That's basically the white ape from Sekiro, yeah. Wait until us real players play and destroy every enemy effortlessly. Oh!
If you like, I shall grant you will power.
That's cool.
Thought you could still feel Draven's breath.
Now, during these encounters that I tested in the demo, it was apparent to me that the game's control and combat system is very intricate, offering a plethora.
So that's their moneymaker right there, and this game is their dream game. Honestly, cool compromise. I really hope that other game they showed, Doki V, I think was what it's called, is really good.
Of moves, timing, tactics, and awareness all being key.
Also, I'm just going to say, I think Guardian Ape is one of the best bosses FromSoft has ever made. I think it's such a great fight. This only looks great because the player ain't good. What do you mean by that? I think it looks really solid. I think if you're saying like, oh, the bosses only look hard or whatever, like I'm not gonna judge based off that. I'm just looking at like the actual visual fidelity and the animations.
Button bashing will quickly end in defeat.
My speculation is that this game will be very fun, but it won't have a lot of content. I'd love to be proven wrong, but I'm sort of expecting it to just be a kind of like Dragon's Dogma, where the actual gameplay and all that stuff is really enjoyable, really addicting. But it's just not got a whole lot to do. Love to be proven wrong, but, you know, we'll see.
Instead, parries, dodges, magic, projectiles, and more are all vital for success. Now, many of these have swarms of enemies that can divert your attention from the main foe, such as these humanoid terracotta pots, which show off the game's excellent particle system, procedural destruction, and artistic flair on magical effects. Now, these battles also demonstrates the excellent memory and camera system that they have built, often overlooked in reviews and technical analysis, but the game seamlessly goes from gameplay into real-time cutscene back into gameplay without any obvious jumps, warps, stutters, or seams. Now, this goes a long way to building the atmosphere and engagement.
I didn't really use a greatsword.
Engagement within the game. The amount being thrown around.
I used the greatsword only for the stats, and then I moved on to Spearmaster or whatever it was called.
Is immense, and at times can be overwhelming. This is where some problems did arise, not least of which was the camera and lock-on. Now, normally not a showstopper in boss battles, but due to the amount of enemies you can face, plus the relentless barrage of attacks you can receive, it made the fights artificially harder as I lost orientation and thus missed strikes, leaving me fighting with the camera, scenery and controls. Now, they need to improve the lock-on and camera system so it tracks the focused enemy and keeps both vertical and horizontal axis swings within a finite range.
That's valid.
This would help balance the frantic style that they aim for, while still allowing you to keep your enemies and strikes within range at all times. The character physics from strikes can also be a little floaty on occasion, which needs the physics model to update to reflect more weight and less momentum when hit. And I gave this feedback to the team, and I'm confident that these areas in need of refinement will be improved in the final build. And even though I only had a short time with the game, and was certainly thrown in at the deep end, I improved a great deal, and I was keen to play more beyond this very small teaser.
That's cool. It does look really nice.
As a technical chap, first and foremost, the level of passion, skill, scale and quality on show here from Pearl Abyss is exceptional. The game offers a romantic mix of character-driven story, open-world adventure that the development team stated to me was more Breath of the Wild than Witcher 3 in design.
Yes, it's got like, there's a dragon riding bit that you could do, which looks really
Excellent,
cool.
Yet tough and rewarding combat that is tough, but skill-based, with a plethora of moves, timing, skills,
great armor sets as well.
It relies on melee and magic with pyrotechnics everywhere thanks to that GPU-powered particle system. They have delivered a feature-rich engine that offers all the big options needed to succeed and deliver in the AAA space. A clear passion for the medieval period, and the rustic, rugged and magical setting has an authentic feel of that history and period. Combat shows a great deal of variety and skill, the engine can scale up and down by a huge margin, and even though performance and quality could certainly be higher, from a game that still has over 6 months or more of development left behind,
the wrestling moves are so funny.
It already presents an excellent level of quality and performance, with much time left to improve each come launch. Now, I do look forward to seeing more from the team and the game in the coming months, and also getting more information on the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions to see just how close they come to this high-end PC experience. Maybe, just maybe, there can be more than one engine after all. That's it for game technology previews and all things Crimson Desert related. Remember, if you like what we do here on IGN Performance Reviews and Performance Previews, then keep it IGN, and we'll catch you on the next one.
I'm very excited. I am genuinely very excited. There was a period in time where I used to think that this game was gonna be fake, where it wasn't gonna be what it was. I still have my expectations lower, but I do think that this will be fun. We do need more game engines. That is true. I mean, I am genuinely sad that CD Projekt Red are leaving their Red engine. I think it was called. Because honestly, it delivered so many beautiful looking things. The Frostbite engine is pretty great. I also just feel like it's good for competition. The RE engine is also very good. We need to recycle the old engines. What do you mean? Reuse? It's also just it's fine, you know. Fuck RE engine. RE engine, majority of the time, is pretty great. It's fucked up in recent years, but it's pretty great. They are doing a revamp. That's already confirmed. It's called REX. Or the Rex engine, I suppose. It's not good with open world. I think that's why they're doing an overhaul for it. It's because they need to improve those systems. But yeah. So, my thoughts on it. I mean, honestly, it's just kind of what I've already spoken about. It looks good. It does look really good. I think it will be fun. I'm just also, you know, what's the content actually like? We don't know anything about the actual RPG mechanics in the game. So how is if they have a skill tree, what's that like? If they have, you know, a leveling progression, what is that like? What is an armor system like if they have it? This is the thing. If they have it, we don't know if they do. That's the sort of questions that I have. I was gobsmacked. Yes, that game I genuinely am very interested in. I think it looks very nice. I would have told you that game is a fake game, but I am like, we're reaching that point now where games can finally start to look like that, and I'm very excited. But yeah, looks really good though. Sorry, I'm just taking off my headphones. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it is so hot. I probably won't be going on for that much longer. Don't fucking judge me. Don't judge me. Alright. The thing I want to do, we're gonna take a few today, and then we're gonna take some more another time. But the thing I actually want to note down is some games that we are hoping and expecting to see. We're just gonna say for this year, for this month, like for June, basically. Alright, get on with your topic, Lib. Don't call me a Lib. It's accurate, but don't call me that. But yeah. So the thing I wanted to talk about is what games we're expecting to see June 6th for the Game Awards, which genuinely I am super excited for. I can't do anything about it, just ignore it for now. Anyway. Oh. I'm just gonna hide the chat. I think that'll be easier. Okay, Summer Games Fest announcements. This is what I'm interested in. The first thing I'm gonna be putting in, Expedition 33 Game of the Year. I honestly do expect it to win. I think that does have a very high chance. Death Stranding. We are getting Death Stranding showcase for the for today, yeah. Apparently we will also be getting it in Summer Games Fest. I think that was confirmed. So I'm just gonna put on Death Stranding 2 trailer. We could theoretically be getting the OD trailer. What do you mean F Death Stranding? Death Stranding is fucking amazing. Do not say F Death Stranding. Oh. Star Wars Tactics game. I forgot what it was called, but there is a Star Wars Tactics game akin to XCOM. That is coming out. I will also put Star Wars. What was it called? Like Jedi Order? Whatever the fuck. We'll put that here. It was something like that. Whatever. What do you mean Death Stranding good at killing me? Death Stranding is such a good game. Yeah, so this is what I'm expecting. Please, I do not need to hear the opinions of a uncultured swine. Okay, let's just put this out of the way. Silksong. I do think we're gonna be getting it this June. Like, I think we're gonna get an announcement. XCOM, I'm gonna say like this is 80%. Star Wars Jedi Order, 50-50. I don't think it's like super likely. Just get so stop playing that. I've done nothing, okay? I'm not them. Oh, Hades 2 is a great idea. Hades 2 release announcement, maybe? Ooh. Honestly, I'm feeling kind of hopeful for this. They did say that they're closing towards the launch. Dune Awakening? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Dune Awakening. We put Silksong there. I think that's guaranteed. Dune Awakening. I'm gonna say that's likely. I think that's. I'm gonna maybe put it down to just 80%. Oh, okay, yeah. Then that's 100. I didn't know it was releasing that soon. Silksong, we've got Hades 2 release announcement. Dune Awakening. Donkey Kong new trailer. I agree. Donkey Kong Bonanza trailer. Switch 2 is confirmed to be shown there, so I think that's very likely. How likely? I'm gonna say entirely likely. Now, what if we put a Zelda remake? How likely do we think this is? I'm going to say it depends on what game we get. Let's go. I think the ones that they spoke of was Wind Waker. I'm gonna say this is 70%, and I think Twilight Princess was the other game. And I'm gonna say this is maybe 60%. One of these I think they will confirm. I think. Now, what other games? People in my country won't put Switch 2 in stores since so few people pre-order and got negative reception. Oh, really? I'm actually surprised about that. I do think it's likely, Mateo. I do think it's likely. I'm going to put this here because I want it to happen, but I want it to happen. I'm saying 60%. I need it to happen. Please, give me a new Fire Emblem. I would love it. Please. Please, give me a new Fire Emblem. This will be, keep in mind, this will be the day after the Switch 2 launches. Yeah, Nintendo are like guaranteed to sell. Fuck you, I'm not removing Fire Emblem. Fuck you. But I'm not considering this just for Summer Games Fest. By the way, this could be like the Xbox event that happens around Summer Games Fest. But I am going to put the new Gears of War game. I think that this is likely. I'm going to put it like 70%. Oh! What was that Witcher-like game? Fuck. What was it called? The vampire Witcher game. The Blood of Dawnwalker, that's it. Blood. I think this is 100% confirmed, I'm pretty sure. As well as... Fuck me, I keep... Exodus, that's it. This was also confirmed. I'm pretty sure. Which, honestly, very exciting if that is the case. Exodus and Blood of Dawnwalker. Switch 2 will cost $650 in Sweden is kind of crazy. That is insane. Other games I'm gonna put. Oh. Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna say 50%. I think they might save that for Game Awards. Final Fantasy VII, 50%. Oh, Kingdom Hearts could be likely. I'll say that's maybe like 60%. Damn, so many to fucking go around. Final Fantasy VII, Kingdom Hearts. Maybe Dragon Quest 12? 50-50. I'm going to say 30%. I think they're more likely to wait until these remakes are finished. A bunch of old games that would be on the Switch 2 now. Oh, like, let's just generalize these. Retro games on Switch 2. maybe I think they might save this for like their own Nintendo Direct, but I will put like 60%. I think they will show some stuff. Oh, what do we think about I'm just looking to make Mateo sad now. Elder Scrolls 6. What do we think of that? Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna say Elder Scrolls 6. I don't. Once again, maybe not for the Summer Games Fest event, but I do think it is likely for an Xbox event that will happen during Summer Games Fest. Like, you know. I'm going to say this is like 60%. I do think they're going to show something. Now, I don't think it's going to be a lot, but I think it'll be something. Batman game? Sure. Batman game, are we saying by Rocksteady or by just like one of the teams who made Gotham Knights or whatever? Let's say, okay, Gotham Knights. I'm not like that. I'm not expecting it too much. I'm gonna go like 20%. I'm not expecting it that much. Bethesda are too afraid to show it. I think now, if anything, it would probably be the best time because it's like just after Oblivion. I don't think they'd show a lot if they did show it. I think it'd be very, very little. But I could see them showing Elder Scrolls 6 off. Oh, one of the things I am also expecting. Lies of P announcement. Trailer. I think it is maybe likely that they shadow drop it. I don't think Lies of P has a confirmed release date. Okay, no confirmed release date. I'm gonna say that this is shadow drop. This is 100%. I'm gonna say this is 50%. I don't think I'm gonna consider anything shadow drop to be within a week. Or Borderlands is 100%. Yeah, Borderlands is without doubt. Here's my question to you. What do you think will be the final game they show? Persona Remake. I do know that the director of the Persona franchise is the one who works on is the one who worked on Metaphor ReFantazio. So I do think that Persona 5 is 6 is far away. However, Persona 4 remake I do think is likely. Yuri Lowenthal, who played one of the characters, he also plays Spider-Man, Sasuke, you know. He recently I think he accidentally confirmed that it's happening, which he shouldn't have. Odyssey 2, I don't think they're gonna do that. No, I will put it, but I think they're saving this for. I think if anything, they're gonna save this for like August if they were gonna release it. Mario Odyssey 2. I'm gonna say 1%, 0.1% chance. Tomb Raider? I guess. I have no reason to say no, but I just don't know if they will. So sure. Like I'm very like 50 ambivalent towards this. Tomb Raider, let's just say 50%. I don't know. But yeah, so far this is the order. If we have anything else, will we get that second trailer for that Naughty Dog game? No. If anything, they'll probably show that at Game Awards, but they will not show that Summer Games Fest. Now, my question to you is, what do you guys think would be the last game they show? Far Cry 7. Honestly, Far Cry 7 is likely. It is likely. I don't think they'd show it at Summer Games Fest, but it is likely to happen. We'll put it. I think this will be the last one for today. Far Cry 7, we'll say 70%. Alright. My thing, if they are going to show the final game here, I already typed that in. Odyssey 2 might be that would be such a mistake. I hope you're wrong. I so badly want you to be wrong. Oh, one thing I am also going to add. Josh Sawyer game. Josh Sawyer is the person who directed Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. Avowed is, you know, the Skyrim-esque game. I will gladly put RE Remake. I don't know how likely that is, though. So, Josh Sawyer... Oh, wait. Damn, we have so much. I'm not expecting all of these, but I will put some of them. Tsushima. I think this is a 70% chance. I think RE Remake... That is a good point, Mateo. Metroid Dread with the Switch 1 OLED is actually a very good point. Yote, my bad. Josh Sawyer is the person who made Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. I'm going to say that this is likely. I am hoping that we get a new game from him soon. I love all of his games. He also made Fallout New Vegas, if anyone, you know, likes that. I'm hoping... I want it to be true. Please give me a Josh Sawyer game. I really don't care what it is. I just want to play his games. I really like his games. RE Remake. RE1 specifically. I don't know. What about RE5? I feel like 5 would be more considered. That... I don't know, though. If it does happen, I think that would be cool. I think it also makes sense. I'm going to say 50%. RE5 don't exist. Well, considering the ending of RE4 remake leads into RE5, I very much expect that they are going to do an RE5 game. My question is, how much of it do they remake? Like, that's what I'm curious about. Because RE4, you know, it's such a loved game. They don't want to change too much about it. Whereas RE5 is very decisive. Reboot it. I think that's probably for the best. But what do you keep? What do you remove? RE5 is Capcom best game. You're asking for a war, Guts. That's what you're doing. You're asking for a war. Alright. Before we wrap it up for today, do we have any other games that we are expecting to get? Let me also just save this. Summer Games Fest announcement. Any other games that we are expecting to get? I can't think of anything. Luigi's Mansion. I will put Luigi's Mansion 4. I am not expecting it. I think that'd be really cool though. I do think, like, keep in mind, a lot of the Nintendo stuff I am expecting them to save for Nintendo events. But I do think that they will show some pretty good stuff. 3%. By the way, I managed to convince Classic RE3... You managed to convince a few friends that that the Classic RE3 is better than the remake. I've only played the remake, but you're wrong. The remake is better than the Classic. Why? Graphics. That's all I need. It looks real pretty. Mateo's not listening. Fucking. How did you convince them? What did you tell them? And why did they disagree with you in the first place? Add Luigi 1 and 2. Sure. I will also put this in 3%. Once again, I am not expecting this. I'm not saying I don't agree that it won't be remade. I'm saying I'm not expecting it to be shown at the Summer Games Fest. I didn't tell them, I showed them. So you let them... What the fuck is that emote from? So you made them play the game and they were like, wow. How could you lie? How could they lie to you? How could they lie to you? Everyone knows that the better the graphics are, the better the game. Okay? Everyone knows. Fucking idiot, bro. Okay, if I had to pick a game that will be shown, that will be the last game that they show. My expectation for the last game that they show will be this. If they are gonna show Kingdom Hearts, my expectation is that that will be the final game they show. I think that one thing I'm gonna put. First game they show will be PvP extraction game no one cares about. You know I'm right. You know I am right. Today's gen don't know real quality. I don't know about that. We have some pretty good games in today's generation. We have some pretty fucking good games. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, King. I'm not saying that we didn't have masterpieces in the past. Oh, I don't think they'll do Marathon. Marathon has been delayed, and apparently, I doubt that game is coming out, considering all of its bullshit that's going through. But I am not expecting that. Yeah, that game does not look good. I think it will be random PvP extraction shooter. I think it will be some random game no one gives a fuck about. It'll come out, die. Bungie, biggest fall off, facts. Fucking facts. You know, I've said this before. I remember 15 years ago, not 15, like 12, 13 years ago, EA was considered the worst gaming company in the world. And now, they're not even in the top 10. That's how bad everything's gone. Oh no, my thing is, I don't think they'll show Marathon. I think that they will show a PvP extraction shooter. The reason why I don't think they show Marathon is because Marathon, I believe, got a delay. Oh no, it's not confirmed. It's just that apparently it's reported that Marathon is going to be delayed. But yeah, so all of the reports do suggest that it will be delayed. However, they could also still show it. I'll put in little bracket basically Marathon. I am just fully expecting random bullshit game that no one gives a fuck about. However, if they do show any game, Kingdom Hearts being the final game, I think is very likely. Either Kingdom Hearts, I feel like if they were to show Elder Scrolls, it would be safe for like the Xbox event, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's everything then. Oh, one final thing I do want to check. How many like gacha games are they gonna show? They're gonna show Zenless Zone 0. They're gonna show what indie games? That's interesting, actually. They're gonna show Zenless Zone 0. They're gonna show Zenless Zone Zero. They're gonna show what's that? What's the other one? Genshin Impact. They're gonna show fucking. There was a third one. I'm gonna say 5 gacha games. Whatever they are. They're gonna show 5 gacha games. Oh, you're talking about like, I think it was called Witch Brook, I think is what it was called. Witchbrook, yeah. This game is so pretty. This game is absolutely gorgeous. I just cannot believe how gorgeous this game is. I'm gonna Witchbrook. I'm not expecting too much. I don't know. Let's say 30%. Let's say 30. All right. I think that's everything in terms of that. I am gonna save, and then we got another thing. Nintendo has revamped its Nintendo Switch Online app, kicking off with a new name, Nintendo Switch app. Okay. Wow, that's great. Oh, okay, we need to note this down. How many farm games did we get? I'm gonna say 4 farm games. Nah, I think they'll show 4 farm games, but just very like sporadically. It'll be like in out. 4 farm games, and we're saying sponsored segments. I'm gonna say 7. It is a long show. I think 7 sponsored segments. No, what you... Goat Simulator. The fucking goat. Honestly, that is likely. I swear they show up every time. Goat Simulator. I'm 1 trillion%. They show up every time. Yeah, that's my favorite saying. My goat. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna lie. That is probably where I'm gonna wrap up for today. I'm not gonna do collage today or nerdle or whatever. But yeah, that is probably where I'm gonna wrap up. But I am happy with this. We're gonna read through this. Death Stranding 2 trailer, I think is guaranteed. Star Wars Tactics, I think is almost guaranteed. Jedi Order, 50%. Silksong, no fucking shot it's not shown. Hades 2 release announcement, would love. Not 100%, but would love. Dune Awakening, yep. Donkey Kong Bonanza, yep. Zelda Remake, I'm being hopeful. 70%, 60%, okay? Retro games on Switch 2, 60%. Fire Emblem game, fingers crossed, please. Gears of War game, I do expect. I'm just not expecting it for the Summer Games Fest, but for... Honestly, I'm so confident I'm willing to put 100% for it. Blood of Dawnwalker, I think was guaranteed. Exodus, I think is guaranteed. Final Fantasy 7, 50-50. Kingdom Hearts, 60%. If it is shown, it'll be the final game they show. Dragon Quest 12, 30%. I don't think they're gonna release another Halo for a while, I'm not gonna lie. However, I will put Halo here. And I'm gonna say this is 20%. I'm not expecting it. Kingdom Hearts 60%. Halo like 6, whatever it's called. I doubt Wars. I'm not gonna add any more right now. Kingdom Hearts 60% if they do show. Dragon Quest 12 I'm not expecting just because of the remakes. Elder Scrolls 6, fingers crossed. Todd Howard. Gotham Knights 20%. Liza P DLC announcement trailer I think is guaranteed. Shadow Drop 50-50. Borderlands 100%. Persona 4 Remake, I do think is actually likely. For Snoop Dogg X Fortnite, 100%. Mario Odyssey 2.1%. Tomb Raider, whatever, maybe. Far Cry 7, I do think is likely. Josh Sawyer game, I think is likely. I would love it. RE1 Remake, 50-50, do not know. Ghost League Yotai, 70%. Luigi's Mansion 4, 3%. Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2 Remake, 3%. First game they show will be a PvP extraction game no one cares about, without a fucking doubt. Last things, 5 gacha games, 4 farm games, Goat Simulator, 7 sponsored segments, and Witchbrook. Alright, I think that's everything. We are gonna wrap up for today, guys. Sorry about the abrupt end. However, I am boiling. It's been fun though. Anyway, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. I will see you guys later. Peace.